correspond with two people who are very different. The first instance began in 1931 when I was asked by an associate of Joseph Stalin to come to Russia to advise them on the cotton crops that are there. I didn't even know they had cotton in Russia. A friend of mine told me it may have been in the area near Georgia. Near Georgia. But instead of going myself, two of my prize students went. One stayed for 5 years, the other stayed for 7 years. That's right. That's right. And I've always tried to give opportunities that might be presented to me to my students. I didn't necessarily need these things, so I sought to share them. Again, I always tried to lift as I climbed. Say that with me one time. Lift as you climb. That's right. That's right. And the other instance of me corresponding with a famous person began in 1935. And this person is perhaps one of the greatest men alive today. In 1935, I was asked to create a special vegetarian diet for him. He would often go on fast as a way to bring about change that he believed was necessary and possible in his native India. This is the man who said, we must be the change that we seek in this world. Do any of you know who I'm talking about? Who? Who? That's right, Mahatma Gandhi. I have been honored to correspond with him for many years, since 1935 or so, and it's been a great honor. And in one of my letters, I share with him several of my bulletins, and I share with him my recipes for peanut milk and soy milk. I won't tell you which he told me he preferred, but I will say it was not the peanut milk. But I have been honored to get to know and do all these things. Because remember, I was born a slave. I didn't know either of my parents, didn't have any grandparents, but I had to fight to get an education. But I did that, and I was able, people were able to assist me, and I've been able to do some pretty interesting things. I've been able to bring people together. Yeah. I've been able to help people live better lives. Yes. Thank you, thank you. You honored me with that applause. But I've done these things because I learned long ago to do the best you can while you can do it. And that's all I've been doing. And now, before I end, and I will take a few questions, but I just want to say that it's been my great pleasure these past 47 years to live and work in Tuskegee, Alabama. This is a great place. I've been able to work with such great people as Booker T. Washington and P.H. Polk and R. Taylor, yes, and Benny D. Mayberry. That's right. I've been able to know some interesting folks and work and do some pretty neat things. Years ago, this is what I learned. How far you go in this life depends on your being tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and the strong. Because someday in life, if you're lucky, you'll happen to all these things. Another thing I learned, people say, Professor Carver, how can we be successful like you? And I tell them, anyone can be successful in the ways that I have been successful. As I've said many times, it is not the style of clothes one wears, nor the type of automobile one drives, nor the amount of money one has in a bank that counts. These mean nothing. It is simply service which measures success. I'm going to say that one more time. It is simply service which measures success. And of course, in my life, I've had my fair share of setbacks. And exactly what is a setback? Do you know what a setback is, young lady? Okay, do you know what a setback is?
Temporary hold.
A setback is only a setup for a comeback. That's what a setback is. It's only a setup for a comeback. And as my life has shown, being born in slavery, having to fight to get an education, battling allergies, these things things, if you work hard and press on and believe in the great Creator, everything is possible. On that note, I want to thank you for your time.